Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video, getting into some more, not quite Go Battle League battles, but some practice Go Battle League battles. That's because today's feature is going to be a new Pokemon introduced in the Pokemon Go by the name of Golisopod. Golisopod is being introduced during the TCG event, crossover event, whatever you want to call it, with Pokemon Go. And Golisopod is a water bug type mon that evolves from Wimpod, which requires 400 candies. Today we're going to be featuring it in the Open Ultra League, which is why we have to do practice battles, because right now currently what's going on in Go Battle League is the Fossil Cup and level 50 Masters, and I know there's already been a couple videos on it in Fossil, and there's no way in hell I'm maxing it out to level 50 for Masters. I can't even get the XL candies in time for that. Now I'm going to do things a little bit differently, trying to find my specific niche, because I know another YouTuber by the name of Tho Technical also did Golisopod in Ultra League. He used Fury Cutter as the fast move for it. I'm going to attempt using Golisopod as more of a water type mon by running Waterfall as its fast move, mainly because Fury Cutter, I keep on mixing up the two because X's is the cheap charge move. Fury Cutter is a fast energy generating fast move, but it's generating energy for two really bad charge moves in the form of Aerial Ace and X Scissor. I want to go about these Golisopod battles in this video by treating it as more of a water type, maybe line up with a Talonflame, see how well that matchup goes, and then we'll chunk away with Waterfalls, and then when we finally do build up to those charge moves a little bit slower, those extra little chip damages can hopefully help Golisopod in its matchups. So we're doing battles against viewers in my Twitch chat. These are practice battles. They're a little all over the place. They're not actual Go Battle League battles, which is why the ELO is not there. And we'll see how well Golisopod performs, and I'll let you know if it's a mon that we want to be using a lot in Open Ultra League. So without further ado, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into today's video and these battles. I only have a collection of 5 battles. I only won the battle, so many viewers with it, and also we get a good idea for how Golisopod is going to perform in these 5 battles. Getting into this first one, we have quite the matchup. We have Golisopod going up against Razor Leaf Decidueye. Decidueye, is that the correct pronunciation? I don't know. I was having a hard time correctly pronouncing the featured Pokemon's name today, so if I get this one wrong, oh well. Now, the Razor Leafs are chunking. Golisopod suffers from lack of bulk, and then on top of it, suffering from lack of bulk, its attack stat isn't all that fantastic either. So we essentially shield, and then we swapped out. Thankfully, our opponent did not match our swap and allowed us to farm down. They wanted to eat some damage on their wall range, so they brought it in and then swapped it out and brought in Blaziken. I'm assuming they brought in Blaziken because Blaziken's not going to have a great matchup against Golisopod. With the firefighting typing against Water Bug, will deal super effective water damage, resist all the fighting damage because of the bug typing, and that would have been one positive matchup for Golisopod. And Blaziken's kind of around in the Open Ultra League meta, not all that much. It was around a lot during interlude season when people were running a triple fire team. I digress. You would want Waterfall Mon, Water Bug Mon to be beating fire types regardless. Is there anything special Golisopod can beat? That is the true question. As you notice in this matchup though, Golisopod's getting pretty hard carried. We didn't really win lead anyway, so didn't have a lot of opportunities for success. Trevenant and Registeel are essentially covering and giving us meta coverage for Golisopod where it struggles, and then Golisopod is covering Registeel and Trevenant's fire weakness. So that's the logic on the team comp here, and we take that first match. Getting into the next match, we have Golisopod against Golisopod, and you'll notice that my opponent is running Fury Cutter Golisopod. So we safe swap to catch a move, and we end up catching an Aerial Ace, which makes sense. And because Golisopod is so weak attack-wise, we catch a super effective move, and it barely does like a third to 40% of Trevenant, which is a Glassy Mon's health. So not a great look for Golisopod, even with Fury Cutter as the fast move. We now come in with Golisopod again. Our Golisopod, a lot of Golisopod going on in this matchup, and we tank a Blast Burn just barely. That Incinerate thankfully doesn't kill us, and we're able to Waterfall down, but as you'll notice, we struggled to take out a fire type with our water type, but they also did have energy advantage because they swapped in against the Trevenant, and at least Golisopod did get the job done. I liked, again, the Waterfall damage. It paid off, allowed us to farm the Blaziken. The problem was when we did take it out, we only had one charge move to throw off on their Golisopod, and then we had to get out before we were going to die, because if we would have done another Waterfall, we would have died to those Fury Cutters. Golisopod, extremely glassy. It's a little bit attack weighted, but it struggles from the fact that its charge moves are just so bad, so it makes it look like a really weak mon. So I think at its current juncture, even in these Open Ultra League battles, it's not the most ideal mon to run. Aerial Ace and X Scissor both need buffs badly. Who knows? Maybe there will be a move update during this season. Probably not. Next season, Copium. Hope for the best. If either of those moves get a buff, I could see Golisopod doing well. But right now, I think you would want to pair it in this matchup, and there's probably just better water type, like pair it on this kind of team comp that we have going on, but there's just better water types to do it. We can have like Empoleon running Waterfall and Hydro Cannon and Drill Peck, and still take the neutral damage from fire that Golisopod has. Whereas, again, Golisopod is Air Release and X-Scissor, and it's just not doing it any favors in any other matchups other than it performing as a water type. Now, we will continue to go through these. I don't want to completely poop on Golisopod. It's not a terrible mon, but it's definitely not amazing either. I'm not playing this current matchup all that well. I do recommend getting yourself a Golisopod during this event. I mean, Wimpod's spawning all over the place, and a move buff to either of those charge moves could make a huge difference maker. Maybe an X-Scissor buff, because it would just make it a better bug type. That would be ideal. And then you could still have the Waterfall fast move pressure. We do get to an Air Release here. We get the shield from the Machamp. We also got baited, so they're going to throw a Rock Slide here, and as you'll notice, this Rock Slide essentially takes out Golisopod's health. It being super effective makes sense. Shadow Machamp, only so many bulky mons that we're going to take super effective there and survive. So this match, not looking so hot here. We're going to get Weather Balled by their Obama Snow, which is not going to take us out. We're going to get off the Shadow Ball, but the problem is the Machamp's still alive, and the Machamp with the shield is still going to be able to put in work. Oh, we don't even throw the Shadow Ball. We decide to save that energy for the Machamp, because Trevenant would be our best Machamp answer here. But regardless, it's not going to work itself out. We're going to get countered down. We would need 2 C-Bombs because they have the shield. Pretty sure they have the shield. Right? Didn't they have the shield? Let me go back and check. I'm pretty confident they had a shield there. Because now I feel like I'm hallucinating. Right? Because I didn't just like throw this match. No, they have the shield. Okay, cool. So yeah, lost that match. Hey, shout out Jamie. Jamie is one of my viewers here. He is also a content creator, not really putting out content recently, but in case he ever hops back in the game, I highly recommend you check out his YouTube. Getting into this next match with Jamie, we'll see Golisopod in a matchup where it's the bug type going up against psychic type, and you would hope for it to be a positive matchup. Jamie swaps out, but that X-Scissor did a disappointing amount of damage. The waterfalls did not generate it well. Deoxys having access to Thunderbolt and Rock Slide probably would have won that matchup if, I guess, Jamie didn't try to probably lure out this Registeel the way that he did. Maybe that was his logic on swapping out that matchup, because I'm pretty confident, even though, again, Golisopod being a bug type, that was a positive matchup that Deoxys would have ended up winning. Now, we're at a shield disadvantage here. We threw the Focus Blast, which was a mistake. When you're in this situation with Wolverine, you want to go Zap Cannon on the chance they shield or don't shield. One charge room's not taking out regardless which one you throw, so you want to go Zap Cannon so you can at least get the debuff. If they shield, you at least get the debuff. Focus Blast is just not the play there no matter what. But again, these are practice battles after I've done all my sets on stream, so that's my excuse, Copium. Just a really bad play on my part. Deoxys comes in, counters us down. We go into Trev because we don't even feel all that comfortable with the Golisopod in that situation at the shield disadvantage, and then they come with Greedent. We bring in Golisopod. I freaking swiped too far up my phone. As you see, my phone kind of like spaz out there on my screen. I apologize for that. And then you'll see these body slams doing way more damage than you'd prefer also. Again, not a tanky mom. I think it has, I was checking on PvPoke, it has a decent stamina stat, but its defense is lower. It's one version of that essentially makes it the glass cannon type in any PvP battles. Its biggest problem is it's a glass cannon without a cannon. So, as you're noticing, waterfalls just aren't doing enough damage to the Greedent. The charge moves I threw did nothing, and we're just getting outpaced by the Greedent. It's going to get to multiple crunches here, get our shields, and then we're going to try to throw a C-Bomb. C-Bomb's not going to do Greedent's remaining health. The Greedent is very close to another charge room, so we're fully expecting them to throw it here, and then probably swap into the Deoxys so that we're not able to farm down. It would be a tight farm down. As you'll see, they get off 2 moves here, but this is not from the Greedent. That says Deoxys, Psycho Boost, weird looking Psycho Boost animation there. Shout out Niantic. The past couple days, this game has been at an all-time worst. So on top of an underwhelming mon, PvP and Go Battle League, and even other features of the game, raiding, catching, like every aspect of the game is super laggy. Perfect timing ahead of Milwaukee Regionals. Let me know how your experience has been with the game itself. Hopefully this improves ASAP, because I didn't exactly have a great time on stream doing my battles for Go Battle League, and I know a lot of other players were struggling with lag, third shields, and wins counting as losses. That's been the biggest one recently. A lot more wins have been counting as losses. So please tell me if it's been happening to you too. I've been hearing a bunch of it on Twitter, and I just want to make sure we're all in the same boat and we're all, you know, sharing the misery, because misery loves company. Anyhow, we have this Golisopod matchup against Trevenant here, and I double checked this regardless with Waterfall, or Fury Cutter. There we go. I was going to say X Scissor again. Fury Cutter, we lose this matchup against Trevenant because of the fact that the moves are just not hitting hard enough, even though we're spamming the heck out of the Trevenant. Its Seed Bombs and Shadow Balls are just doing too much to us. Actually, now that I think about it, I only checked the one shield to see if Golisopod lost that or not. And it loses the one shield. I put out the two shield there. I should go and double check that. Regardless, we lose that matchup. You'll notice I top left it in a practice battle. That was because it was just terrible alignment. There was Mandibuzz on on the Trevenant, and then Poliwrath on the Registeel. So that match was way over. There was no reason for us to sit through that, even as a practice match, just to see how miserable that was going to turn out. In my mind, when I was doing that battle, I was like, you know what? Maybe Fury Cutter, Golisopod could have potentially taken that. I do want to check, but anyhow, let's get into this third match, and then I'll briefly check in this video. It's going to probably come through a little weird. I apologize in advance for how it shows up. But we're kind of close to beating that Gyarados there. I'm pretty sure they should have gotten to another move, and we should have lost a Zero Shield, but they decided to swap into Avalugg, and Avalugg, quite the mon, but you mainly want to use it for Master League with Ice Fang, Body Slam, and I think Avalanche. That's where its best performance is going to be, on top of it being super bulky. In Ultra League, it's just going to get walled by the main meta of Registeel Talonflame. So as you'll see here, Registeel's popping off against this Avalugg. Oh, it has Crunch also. That's what move got thrown at me. I looked away when I was doing this battle because I just knew how hard I walled it. So I was like, I'm just going to lock on farm all the way down. I know it also has Avalanche. I think in Masters, that's what you prefer. Here in Ultra, I guess Crunch could make a lot of sense, but Ice Fang's just not a great move. It doesn't generate energy well. Body Slam and Crunch are good moves, but if Ice Fang got like a little bit of a buff itself, maybe Avalugg could have some legitimate play in Open Ultra, especially while the Giratina's around. Anyhow, my opponent's back line here is super weak to Registeel and fighting in general, with an Ice and a Snorlax being a normal type. So Registeel's Focus Blasts were gonna pop off. Problem was, both my Pokemon were super low. He makes a mistake here, decides a superpower. That might be super game changing here. I only shielded because I needed to shield something. These licks along with Body Slams were gonna add up if he didn't superpower. They're still slowly kind of adding up here, which is why in the back of my mind, I kind of feel like I would have lost this if he didn't make that mistake and just went straight Body Slam. But regardless, I may have been able to commit 2 shields to potentially survive, because the Gyarados and his Avalugg in the back are both 1 HP, 1 fast move away from dying. As you'll see, the Gyarados come in here to die, then he brings in the Avalugg to come in there and die, and then he comes back in with the Snorlax, and we throw a Seed Bomb and we take this match. So that's Golisopod well, I mean, that's Trevenant, but that is the Golisopod video, essentially. I do really want to check fast. Excuse that weird image you're seeing. Honestly, I should just turn this off. Maybe I should just cut this completely out. Whatever, I'm going to check. I don't care how scuffed this is. I'm quite curious to see. You're not going to see, but I will tell you once I put it all through. But Golisopod versus Trevenant in the 2 shield with Fury Cutter over Waterfall, and we still lose that. It looks relatively bait dependent, so I'm going to double check to see if we don't get baited and we're able to hopefully land an Aerial Ace. We still lose that matchup. So no matter what, Fury Cutter, Waterfall, Trevenant matchup's not good, and we're a bug type. Technically going up against a grass type, but it's ghost typing essentially assisted there. Anyhow, the reason why that first image appeared the way it did was I was looking up how to pronounce Golisopod on YouTube, and that was the first video I found on how to pronounce it so that I could say it right and not get roasted in the YouTube comment section, especially because I said this Pokemon's name so many times. You definitely would get triggered hearing Golisopod or Scoliosis Pod or any of the other variations that I was doing my best to say instead of the correct one. Now, so in a wrap-up, in conclusion, Golisopod, underwhelming right now, could see future play. I think in Ultra League we prefer Waterfall as the fast move. I think hopefully Aerial Ace or X Scissor or both get a buff, and it will have legitimate play. Its stats aren't terrible. It's just a glass cannon again without the cannon, so hopefully a move buff in the future will give it some cannon-like abilities, and you'll see it more usable, and it'll have more play. And I think its best meta is Ultra League, where it can essentially form as Ultra League Arachnid, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that Pokemon's name either, but it's not as bulky, but it will hit harder, and with its water bug typing, you would want it to beat Walrein the way that Arachnid does in Great League. So hopefully it'll be given something for that opportunity to arise and give it a little bit more success. Just because Wolverines run all over Ultra League, just like they do all over Great League, and having the proper water bug types to counter it and put it at bay would be most ideal. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts. Have you tried Golisopod out in Ultra League in some practice battles? Did you try it in Fossil Cup? What did you think of the video? What did you think of the battles? Please give me your information in the comment section below. I love to hear back. The feedback means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be away this weekend. I will try to get an actual Fossil Cup video out maybe by the time I get back. My elo was around 2200s last time you saw it, but I have a team that probably will be featured by the time I do get back that's been doing well. Maybe I try some Spice and Fossil Cup while I'm away, or I stick with this team and climb a lot and have a video for that. Unfortunately, this is the only time we're going to see Fossil Cup, so hopefully I can get this out at a decent time. Remember to do level 50 Masters. I'm rambling so much right now, so I apologize. Thank you so much for watching, as always. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Reach.